Alright, guys. Good morning. It is 6:13 at the time of me recording. I fell asleep at 8 p.m., so, I just thought, today would be, or, in the morning would be a good time to record. So, whew, good morning. Welcome to the MarsTalks podcast. I am your host, Jayton. Yeah, it's Jaycin. I got a unique name. Thank you for, I think it's 12 subscribers now. Let me check real quick. But I suppose you'd like me to get on with the topic of today's video. And it turns out it is, yes, it is 12 subscribers. That's a good bit of subscribers, That's cool. Um, whew. So let's get to it, guys. So today I wanted to talk about something that is not near and dear to my heart, and that quite frankly I don't care that much about. But it's just it's just annoying to see, and I got some thoughts on it. So if you're in the video game world and you play PS4 specifically, you probably heard about this. There was some Last of Us 2, not gameplay leaks, but story leaks. And they had some, screenshots of cutscenes and stuff like that from what I understand. So, if you play PS4 or you want to get a PS4 or you haven't heard of Last of Us or you just want to avoid spoilers, I'd click off the video. I'm going to give you, I don't know, let's say 7 seconds this time. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. Let's just give them 10 seconds. But apparently this within the game or within The Last of Us 2, the story revolves around Ellie and Joel, the previous protagonists of the game. And it's obviously there's obviously been a time skip, I guess I would say, it's a sequel. But you see, it's just a polarizing situation, because within the leaks, everybody just seems so angry for some reason. I don't get why. Alright, so let me get some context first. Within The Last of Us 2, apparently, Joel and Ellie are both killed by a transgender male to female person. The thing is, well, no, they're not male to female. I guess you could say they're man to woman, because they're still biologically male, I think. In the when they get killed. But the problem is they get killed. First of all, I don't think anybody's happy that they get killed. I guess I can understand them being upset that they get killed, but there seems to be a bigger outrage over the fact that a male to female person kills them, and like they're trying to push some agenda, because there's also leaks about Ellie having a girlfriend or a love interest or something like that, and there's a Christian cult that's hunting down the male to female person. It's it's controversial, understandably. But here's the thing. I haven't even played The Last of Us, but I've seen enough YouTube videos. I've heard the story. It's been what 8 years at this point since the game came out. I've definitely heard all about it. But the thing is that this game, it's it's always, I guess I could say, it hasn't always been controversial, or as controversial as this game is. Understandably, I can get this game being more controversial than most, but there's always been this underlying political statement. It seems, from what I understand, or not even a political statement, just the fact that things exist in the world, and that's just the way they are. Like in the first Last of Us, I believe in a DLC where you play as Ellie and her friend, they pretty much flat out say Ellie is gay, that she's bisexual or a lesbian or pansexual or whatever. They pretty much they pretty much state that outright. I know for a fact that she kisses her friend in the game as her best friend is dying, and they just want to spend the last couple days together having fun or something like that. But yeah, they pretty much they pretty much pretty much point out right that Ellie is gay. Um, from what I understand, there was no big deal about that. It was just like, okay, Ellie's gay. But and then in this game, with the leaks, it seems a lot of people are upset that it shows Ellie kissing her love interest, which is a female, um, on the lips. Even though they did that in the last game, I'm pretty sure. Um, I don't really see what the huge deal about that is. It's just like the video game character is gay. That's it. I think they're upset that or at least I was talking to one guy about it, and he said he was upset because they weren't upset because Ellie was gay. It was because her being gay takes up a large part of the story. And to that I have to say, like, you're looking at it under the lens that the game is about her being gay. And from what I understand, first of all, the game hasn't even come out. So, I mean, I don't know how you could. I don't know about being that upset, but it's just like, is it about her being gay, or is it about her having a relationship and her being in love or having a love interest? Because if that's the case, then that's a bit of a double standard, right? I mean, there's plenty of games about love interests and being in love with somebody and saving them or whatever. Uh, Link saves Zelda, Mario saves Princess Peach. I could go on. Um, I think it's because she is gay that people are particularly upset about it. I think if it was a dude, maybe they wouldn't be as upset, honestly. I feel like it's a bit of a double standard. Um, I mean, I'm not looking too far into this. I'm not looking incredibly deep into this, but this is just what I'm seeing. Um, at least on the surface level. Um, Another thing is that with the transgender male to female person in the Christian cult, um, in the world of The Last of Us, are you trying to tell me that you honestly, in your mind, that you don't think that there would be a Christian cult in The Last of Us that is ultra conservative in the way they view things? Honestly, like, you honestly don't think that'd ever be the case? Or that there'd be a transgender person in The Last of Us? It's just, it's weird to me. I mean, I can understand the frustration behind Joel and Ellie being killed. You know, everybody loves them, everybody thinks that they're awesome, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. But what really gets me is that they're saying it's like SJW, liberal, blah, 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 propaganda, and that there's an agenda. What agenda? What exactly is the agenda that Naughty Dog, the developers of Last of Us, are trying to pull out of this? What do they have a global agenda? I mean, do you think they're in cahoots with I don't know, all these huge corporations and all these just this secret society that's trying to push this global agenda of what? You know, it's just like there's a transgender person in the video game. Boo hoo, right? Who cares? It's just it's I find it kind of strange. Like to see. I mean, The Last of Us is always, and the thing is that it fits the themes of The Last of Us too. Two as in TOO, not two as in TWO. But from what I understand, one of a couple of themes of Last of Us are um, relationships, moral grayness, and the absence of morals in a collapsed society. Um, Building relationships and how relationships are different between people. Just things like that. You know. Um, I mean, I've never played the game, so I could be talking up my butthole right now, but I think I'm pretty on the money, right, guys? It's just, it's a bit. I can, and the thing is, it's not like they're forcing it upon you either. It's not like you have to buy the game if you don't subscribe to, if you don't subscribe to, I don't know, what would you even call it? Not being transphobic? I don't know. I don't think the people are necessarily saying they're outright transphobic. I'm just saying that it's just like you don't have to buy the game. And if the game crashes, then the game crashes, you know, but boo hoo, right? It's just a video game. Now, I can't say that because honestly, there's some things that just like you gotta understand it. Or it seems maybe out of place. I think it's just a bit jarring to see it, to just hear all the news back to back to back about The Last of Us like that. I think people are a bit angrier than maybe they should be, and that they just need to calm down a bit about it. Um, it's just, it's ridiculous. It's just it's it's weird. It's weird for someone, I in my mind, for someone to be that upset over it. Like a video game that I love is Halo, the Halo series. You know, Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Halo Infinite when it comes out, Halo Reach, Halo ODST, Halo Wars 1 and 2, you know, Halo Spartan Assault and Strike Ops or whatever, you know. I like Halo games. I like I like Halo games. And if they made Master Chief transgender all of a sudden, That would be jarring. That'd be really weird, and people would be rightfully upset about it because you're taking an established character who is not transgender, who was showing no developing signs of being transgender, in a game where there's no really political themes of, I don't know. Alright, not saying there's no political themes, but there's no, I guess I would say maybe themes, or just, you know what I mean, implications of that at all, in the story at least. Um, it's just a bit awkward, and it's really jarring, and it's upsetting. Like in in it's just weird. Um, Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, with the whole transgender thing and Master Chief and whatnot, that'd be weird. But if they added a new character in Halo Infinite that was transgender, and that was simply it, they were just transgender, you know, um, they have a character and all that, they have their motivations and all that, but they are transgender. It'd kind of be like, what is the gigantic deal about that? What is so upsetting about that? That they are transgender and they are a new character and they have their own story and they have their own thoughts and ideas and plot and all that, and they exist. It's just weird, honestly. So if they made Ellie transgender, I'd be a bit, I'd understand. I could understand someone being angry about that, but Ellie's gay, and she had always been gay. They didn't make Joel gay. Joel, at least from what I understand, is established as, straight, heterosexual, whatever. He had a wife, he had a daughter. I think he had a girlfriend before he met Ellie. But, it's just, why be upset about a character that is transgender? What does that accomplish? Do transgender people not exist? Can they not exist in the world of Last of Us? Can a Christian cult not exist in The Last of Us? We have Christian cults today, right? That would definitely kill transgender people if given the opportunity to and get away with it. I'm a Christian myself. I'm Protestant. Um, I've always been that way. I have a very strong belief in God. But this is just weird, It's weird. Uh, I mean, like, are you saying that because of your belief because of your political or ideological or religious beliefs that you're angry that there's a transgender person in the game? Because that seems a bit bigoted to me. It's weird. It's just it's just so weird. It's like in Sesame Street when they had a man in a dress in the show. It wasn't like they're trying to say to the kids, hey kids, I'm a cross dresser, I'm a cross dresser, I'm gay, I'm bisexual, I'm transgender. It's just like, there's a dude in a dress. He exists. He says whatever he says, and then we move on. That's how real life works. You there's transgender people in real life. You know, I mean, I feel like this is akin to way back, way before I was born, but I believe there was a there was something. I can't give you the full story, and I'm just gonna sum it up or try to wrap it up. Uh, wrap up what I'm getting at here. Not like the podcast, but what I'm getting at here. But it was like there was a black dude. He was a police officer, I believe, and I think it was like banned for black people and white people to be in a pool together on TV or something like that. It was something weird. I don't know. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you guys know what I'm talking about. But the gist of it is, Mr. Rogers had him in a kiddie pool with him. They, were soaking their feet in a kiddie pool, and they were just, relaxing and talking on TV. But it's like, you know, why be upset? I understand if you're upset if you're a racist. I think you have bigger problems if you're a racist. But are you saying black people don't exist? Are you upset because he's in the pool with the black person? If it's just weird. Let me ask this. If Joel and or Ellie killed the transgender person, would you guys be upset? If Joel and or Ellie destroyed the Christian cult, would you guys be upset? If the transgender person joined Joel and Ellie, would you guys be upset? If the Christian cult killed Joel and or Ellie, would you guys be upset? If the Christian cult killed the transgender person, would you guys be upset? If Joel and or Ellie destroyed the Christian cult, would you guys be upset? If the transgender person destroyed the Christian cult, would you guys be upset? If you answered yes, I want to know why. Why would you be upset? Why? It's just weird, it's just why be upset over that? There's plenty of things to be upset about, but this just doesn't seem like one of them. I'd be upset. I'd be pissed if they killed Master Chief in Halo Infinite and replaced him with, I don't know, let's just say Spartan Locke or some new character. I'd be pretty angry. And I can understand you guys being angry about that. That makes sense. I'm not going to question that. But you guys are upset about more than that, just that. And that's not what bothers me about this. It's just that it feels very double standards ish. Feels very, very weird. Um, yeah, I mean, what's I think I've made my point clear. I think I've made my point clear, guys. I don't think I have any other points about the whole Last of Us sort of thing. Um, it's just it's just like whatever. Who cares? Who honestly? Why would you care? Another thing, I guess since we're on the topic, is this whole Star Wars SJW sort of situation. If you guys have seen other podcasts, I believe I've talked about Star Wars on it before. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've been a Star Wars fan ever since I was about 6 or 7 years old. When I it was I remember it was New Year's Day, so I'm off on Christmas break, and there is a Star Wars marathon going on. They're playing all the Star Wars movies in order, chronological order, I believe. On what is it, FX or Sci-Fi or I don't know. It was one of those channels. Um, but I watched it. I enjoyed it. You know, I watched it. I was just transfixed by it, and I got really into Star Wars. I really like Star Wars, and I really like Star Wars to this day. I read the Legends novels, you know. I read, with Jason and Jaina Solo and Lobaka and all that. I read the Darth Maul origin story book. I tried to read this Clone Commando book, but I just couldn't get into it. I've consumed the media. I watched a bit of uh, The Mandalorian. I didn't watch the whole thing because I got bored and I kind of hate Baby Yoda. Well, I didn't get bored. I just kind of fell off of doing it for some reason. It's not like it made me angry or anything. It was just like, I don't know. I'm gonna finish it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna watch it again. You know, but also I'm excited for season 2 when it comes out. Once I finish season 1, of course. Um, I watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I haven't seen The Clone Wars. Uh, I'd like to watch that. It's made by Gennady Tartakovsky, same person who made Samurai Jack. So I think that'd be cool to see. Um, I haven't seen Rebels. I didn't want to watch Rebels. I don't want to watch Rebels. It looks so ugly to me. Um, I've seen all the Star Wars movies except for Solo. I refuse to watch Solo. I just don't want to watch it. I really don't want to watch it. Um, I've played the Star Wars games. I played Force Unleashed. I bought Battlefront 1. Uh, I played Force Unleashed 2. Played Lego Star Wars, the complete saga on the Wii. I played Fallen Order. I've played Star Wars games, you know? I played Knights of the Old Republic, the MMO, and then you get bored and then you stop playing it. Uh but yeah, I mean, I really like Star Wars, and it really hurts my heart to see a community so divided like that. Like, it honestly hurts my heart. Like, I'll be scrolling through YouTube and I'll get, in my recommended videos, Kathleen Kennedy does this, ruined Star Wars, SJW, double standard, blah, 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 by, I don't know, presumably some right wing YouTuber. It just hurts to see that, you know? And it's just like, I get the plight to a certain degree, but I think you guys may be taking it a bit too far. For example, in the new movies, a character who is not relatively minor, but is a minor character within the movies is General Holdo. She's a friend of Leia's. She has purplish hair, I think. But anyway, she's gay. Nowhere in the movie does it state she's gay, nor in the movie does she, quote unquote, act gay. Um, her being gay does not play into the story at all. She just is gay. And I remember, it made some fans very angry for some reason. I just don't get why. You know? Uh, it's just, it's just, it's just like, why? Why are you being upset about that? She's gay. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything about the story that she's gay. If Luke Skywalker were gay, I could understand people being upset about that a bit more. Because There's no indication that he's gay throughout all the movies. Not that there needs to be any, honestly. Doesn't fit, the plot of the movie. It's just he would just be gay, You're taking an established character who, for what is it, practically 30 years at this point, over 30 years, has had no implications or anything of being gay or suggestions, and you're making them gay. That'd be a bit weird, and I could understand being upset about that. But then again, you have to ask, what does this change about the story, about his character, and about the universe of Star Wars? Did you not think that there were gay people in Star Wars, gay aliens, gay space aliens, gay people in Star Wars? Because that seems a bit, I wouldn't say absent-minded, but just, I guess it's something that you don't necessarily just think about, but it's just like, if someone said, oh yeah, there's a gay person in Star Wars, you'd be like, oh, okay, figures, it's a galaxy far, far away, filled with humans and aliens and all sorts of stuff, pretty in billions and billions of, citizens and beings and sorts of like, I'm pretty sure there's gay people. I'm pretty sure there's transgender people. At least in the canon now, Luke Skywalker being gay would hold no bearing on the story. Absolutely no bearing. If they made Luke Skywalker gay right now, or at least bisexual, because, I think he had a crush on Leia, but if they did that, what would it change? It wouldn't change anything. If they made, Han Solo transgender, from female to male, that'd be weird, We have this established character, and you're kind of just switching up what's going on about them. That'd be upsetting. That'd be frustrating. That'd be weird. But they didn't do that. They made Holdo gay. Another thing is this whole female thing. This whole Mary Sue thing. I get that. Rey, she is a bad character. She sucks as a character. I don't like Rey, honestly. I pretty much enjoy every other character in the new trilogy more than Rey. Especially Finn. He was pretty cool. He should have died in The Last Jedi, by the way. They robbed him. That he should have died. That would have been a much more powerful and impactful movie if he died. But it's just this whole Mary Sue thing. That I can understand. If she was a character that had development like Luke Skywalker. Like, let's compare her to Anakin and Luke Skywalker. Anakin, born a slave, a relatively intelligent, excuse me, Sorry, guys, if I just blew out your eardrums with that sneeze. I don't know how loud it is. I can't necessarily hear, all, whatever. But, he was born a slave. He becomes a Jedi, and is a prodigy, or shown to be a prodigy. He becomes one of the most powerful Jedi in the Order, with considerably less training and meditation and whatever else they do. He had issues. He develops as a character. From being an innocent little boy who's relatively naive about the galaxy around him, to being this sadistic pessimist, by the throughout his time as Darth Vader. He changes a lot. He has 6 movies, two TV shows, and probably some video games and books just worth of development. He develops as a character. He changes over time. We got the middle phase where he's this angsty, almost teen-like person who emotions are getting the best of him a lot, and just want what's best for everybody, yet wants to be able to serve himself. And then we have Luke Skywalker, who starts off as this 20-year-old. I believe he's 20 in A New Hope. Starts off as this 20-year-old who just wants to find adventure. And he finds adventure, and it turns out he's a Jedi. He becomes determined to destroy the Empire or whatever. He struggles throughout the first 2 movies, to become a Jedi, and he really, really works for it. He goes through hardships and all that sort of stuff. But with Rey, she doesn't really have any of that. She seems to be a prodigy by the end of the movie of Force Awakens. She's able to fight Kylo Ren, who is supposedly hand-selected by Snape or whatever his name was. Snope, right? Supreme Leader Snope. I forgot him. He's such a forgettable character. And he just... She messes him up by the end of the movie. And it's just like, there's no way, That's like taking a kid who's relatively been trained since birth in forms of combat and meditation and, lightsaber dueling as a relatively skilled person to Rey, and placing her up against Rey, who is somebody who maybe has some, training in how to fight. She's a proficient fighter, but she's no Jedi Knight. She'd, be, at least from what I understand, she would have been around the same level as Finn, if not a bit lower, since Finn was pretty much abducted and forced to become a child soldier. It's just... So she doesn't have any development. I'm saying she does not have good development. She is not a good character. But when you say that the movie is SJW propaganda and that there's an agenda behind it and stuff like that, What is the agenda, and why? Why? She sucks as a character. There's plenty of other movies who you would not consider SJW propaganda. Um, you know, where the person is just perfect. Um, that would sorry, I was looking at something. That would you wouldn't consider SJW propaganda. It's kind of hard to think of one that comes off the top of my head, but there's plenty of them. I can guarantee you. Um, I don't even know, bro. You know. But it's just like what makes this different? What makes this different? And I think what it is the fact that there's you know Kathleen Kennedy doing whatever and stuff like that, and it's just like okay, okay. Sorry, I'm talking faster than my thoughts right now. Hold on, just give me like 10 seconds. All right. Let me say this. If what's his name? I was just watching one of his movies. He made Django Unchained. He made Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino. Yeah. If Quentin Tarantino made the Star Wars movie, and he made the exact same way that it did come out, what and he made Holdo gay, and he made um what's his face um what's her face Ray Ray Skywalker. I hated that, by the way. That made me so angry. Um, a Mary Sue. Would you guys be upset if Kathleen Kennedy made Ray a dude? Let's just call him Jay. If Jay was a Gary Sue, would you guys be upset? I just don't. Something feels very double standards about this. I can't put a finger on it exactly. You know, something just feels wrong. Just take some time to reflect on, what's going on. If a character being gay stops your enjoyment of a video game or a movie or whatever, you have bigger fish to fry, dude. If it's just weird. And it's not like there isn't and the thing is that people point to Ahsoka and Ventress and Padme as these non-Mary Sue characters, and I would agree. There's a lot of development for Ahsoka and Ventress, at least. Um, but it's just like, are they SJW propaganda too? Kathleen Kennedy could do whatever she wanted with Ahsoka and whoever else when Rebels was created, you know? She could have made Ahsoka gay, which, you know, once again, doesn't really change anything if she's gay or not. I mean, she kissed, was it that one dude, Hux is his name? But, like, it's just like, okay. Maybe she's bisexual. I don't know. It's just, it's weird, guys. It's so weird. Why are you guys so upset about this sort of stuff? I could understand Kathleen Kennedy trying to push an agenda more than Naughty Dog Studios, honestly, about something. But then again, you have to ask, even if it was SJW, what if it was a really good SJW Star Wars movie? Like, you saw that movie, and you just thought it was so good. But then you found out there was SJW's plot behind it, or whatever, you know? Would you guys still be upset? I feel like we're just not, taking the time to look within. Instead, we're always looking without, and we're always, being upsetting, We live in a society of what feels like outrage culture to me. Both on the left and the right, both Democratic and, not Democratic, Democrat and Republican, both sides. It's just, guys, really, there's better things to do. But anyway, besides that, good morning. I don't think that was a rant. I think that was pretty constructive. I'm probably going to give this a clickbait title, clickbait thumbnail just to get some clicks, But another thing is, I've been looking for I'm not looking for a new manga, but, there's 2 new mangas that I'm considering reading. And that is, or I guess I could say 3. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to read one of them. I just want to hear what you guys have to say. So, first is a movie called, not a movie, a manga called Gantz. If you don't know what that is, neither do I, but I'd like to read it. Another one is Beastars, which I don't really know much about that either. But I'd like to read that one too. Another one is this one called Record of Ragnarok. Everybody's saying it's super hype. The only one that I know is finished is Gantz. I don't know about any of the other ones. But, if you would suggest one of those, or you have another suggestion for me, put it in the comments. I've read Akira, the manga. I enjoyed that. It wasn't as unsettling as the movie to me. Maybe it was because I was a bit older when I read the manga, and I was like, in the 6th grade when I watched the movie. So yeah, there's that. I enjoyed that. I've read Kengan Ashura, and I'm reading Kengan Omega. I've thoroughly enjoyed both of those. My favorite character is Rahito. I relate to him a bit. What else have I read? I was gonna read Baki, but it's just everything. It feels so convoluted and ugly, and it just drops off. I watched the first season of the original anime Baki, and then the second season of the original anime Baki. My favorite character is Jack Hanma, and then I saw the Death Row anime arc and stuff like that. But after that, I'm kind of scared. I don't know if I want to keep reading, because, from what I've seen, it just looks like it falls off. What else have I read? I don't think I've read that many manga, honestly. That's weird. But yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what's on. That's what's going on, guys. Um, if you have any mangas for me to suggest, shout them out in the comments. Like and subscribe and all that. I think I've been constructive with my thoughts in this video. I think I've been very fair to both sides, but assertive in my position on all this. Sorry if I sound a little weird. Allergies. All the trees, flowers just bloomed in my neighborhood. It was awful a couple days ago, but yeah. It's it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Anyway, follow me on my social media at Jason Salisbury if you like memes. I have a meme account named The Mars King, or no, not The Mars King, The Martian Meme Hunter. Um, oh yeah, I gotta say something at the end. Let's try to end with a phrase or a saying at the end of every video, right? I think I forgot to do it in my last video, so I'll do two. The first one is um 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 dang, this is tough. I'm putting myself on the spot here. All right, first one, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. It's the best Metal Gear game. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Second one is Otis from Back in the Barnyard is a transgender cow. You can't tell me otherwise. I will argue with you all day. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I already said all that. If you have, manga, blah, 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 whatever, tell me. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Even though I don't even want you watching this or read it, because, it's just, I'd like to have some sort of private life. Um, but yeah, hi to Mrs. J. I heard you guys plan on having a baby soon. I told you I want to be the father-in-law of the child, and I will pester you until I am. I don't have to adopt the child, the child can live with whoever, but I'd like to be a father figure to the child. I sound crazy, but anyway, thanks for watching and whatnot. See you later. Ba-doop boop.